princess paint with her unicorn. I just want to check to make sure that ever since my first technical difficulty, I always want to make sure that people can hear me and see me. So I just look at my live real quick, and this will give people a chance to get on as well, which will be good. So I'm excited. Let's see if people can hear me. Difficulty. I always want to make sure that people can hear me. So people can hear me and see me. Yay! Okay, so I have some pretty exciting news today. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this guy. Isn't it cute? It's a little teacup and a little teapot. Oh, I know. It's exciting. So good news is, and this actually is from the book where she has a tea party with her unicorn, the exact same teapot and teacup. So good news is, I already cut them out. I'm actually going to show you how to make it. So I already cut it out. This is the teapot, but it'll look like they give you 2 teacups in the printable on my website. You also have tea place card holders that you can get. You can make a paper crown. So exciting. And a pink crown. So this is the exact crown that she has in the book, which is super fun. And then there's this crown that we made. And then this crown as well. So you can color and make it really colorful. This sign to put in your tea party. And once again, these are all free printables on my website under book printables if you go under dianealber.com. Also, we've got some jewelry, some paper jewelry that you can cut out and wear. My daughter absolutely loves this entire set. And then for the finale, which was super fun, is I have a whole series of paper dolls to make your own princess. Now, this is my daughter's little, she calls it her people book, but she actually made a whole series of people, which is super cute. So you can get that on the website. And then after I read today, and if you join me a little bit later, after I read today, Never Let a Princess Paint with a Unicorn, I'm going to show you how to make a teacup and a teapot. Okay, all right, let's start with the book. Now, this book was inspired by my daughter, who gets paint everywhere all the time. And she has an obsession with wearing dresses at all times. And she got paint on her dress, and it was an event. And so it made me think of how cool it would be to let her imagination run wild after she got her paint on her dress. So let me start. And as always, I dedicate the book to my children. So this is Never Let Princess Paint with Her Unicorn. To my daughter, Anna, who loves unicorns and makes an absolute mess when she paints. She does. Super mess. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure if you noticed my dazzling crown, but I'm a princess and I do pretty much everything with my pet unicorn. So when I heard Never Let a Princess Paint with Her Unicorn, I was shocked. So this crown is in the printables too. Why would anyone say such a thing? My unicorn and I play great together. Why wouldn't we paint? What do you think? If I just put a little paint on a brush to test this theory out, what could go wrong? What do you think? Well, I'll tell you. She licked it. Ah! Maybe this is why people think princesses shouldn't paint with their unicorns, because unicorns will try and lick up all the paint. I had an idea. If I started to paint, she would see how much fun it was and would want to paint too. So I lined up all the paint cans and reminded her, we don't lick paint. But just as I started to paint, she turned around. Why didn't she want to paint with me? Turns out she just had a different way of painting. Every time she dunked her tail in the paint, it splashed more and more. What a mess, I yelled. Soon my dress was drenched in paint, but we were having so much fun. I just had to see what would happen when paint touched her horn. Within seconds, it was raining sparkling splatters. Then I heard a noise down the hall. I was gonna be in so much trouble. I peeked my head out the door so my mom couldn't see my dress, and I tried to explain. Before I could say anything, my eyes welled up with tears. There was no use in making excuses. I'm so sorry for ruining my new dress. My mom smiled. Why are you apologizing? I was hoping you were wait till a birthday, but I can see you found your new rainbow unicorn princess dress. I looked around the room and there was no paint to be found, not on the ceiling or the walls. Then I looked at my dress. It was the most stunning dress I had ever seen. It's hard to tell exactly why people say a princess shouldn't paint with her unicorn. It could be because it was too messy or because they think unicorns can't paint. All I know is sometimes it takes a little mess to make a magnificent masterpiece. So funny story, I actually got Anna a beautiful unicorn princess dress. I think I have a post on it. And so I imagined her imagining this entire story of how her dress came to be. So it's a power of imagination that this story came to be, and kind of, you know, seeing something and imagining how it came. So that's how this book happened. Okay, now for the fun teacup party part. So I already cut these out. Well, I cut one of them out so we could put it together. And you're gonna have to bear with me because I got tape at the dollar store and it's really not good at cutting off the things. So I have to actually use scissors to cut every time, and it's kind of a situation. So, all right, what you're going to do is, this is a couple pieces that you have. So we're going to start with this piece first, and all you're going to do is curl it around just like this and tape it just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. Okay, now you can see why this tape is no bueno here. Okay, here we go. So we're going to tape the little cylinder together. So now you have your little teacup part. Isn't it fun? Okay. Then the next part is you have this section and you're going to want to tape these little together. See how it kind of bows a little bit? It's going to create like a little cool like dip thing. So you're going to want to tape that together, and I'm going to kind of pretend at this point because my tape is kind of out of control. So you're going to have this together, and then with this portion right here, you're going to want to cut all the little black dots or black lines. So all these little black lines you're going to want to cut. And the reason for that, it's going to be the base of the little plate that goes under. Okay, so we got these little things cut so you can see. Not all the way through, just that way. And that's going to be, you're going to tape that to the bottom of this guy. Or glue it. I think gluing is actually better here, but I don't have time to glue. So we're gonna, so then when you sit, it's gonna sit like this. I'll go ahead and just tape that portion of it so I can show you. So when you tape this a little bit, it'll be a little, see how it's a little cylinder, kind of sits like that. And then you're gonna wanna tape this part as well. I have the landscapers here today, so I apologize if you hear some landscaping business. Once again, I think this would be much better if you decided to glue it. I don't feel like this is really productive to taping it, but you know. So you can use tape. I just use what you have. See, so now it's a little cylinder, but it's kind of bowed, and it still stays like that. So then, you know, I tried a couple different ways to tape this little cup on. I feel like the best way is to take a little piece of tape and kind of stick it on the inside like this. And then this little part will kind of stick out like this. And then you can tape it to the bottom of your cylinder like this. And then you just do the same to the other side. Whoop. So we'll do that to the other side. There's probably a couple ways you can tape it. I think ideally glue would probably be better, but just gonna improvise right now because that's what we do. Okay, here we go. See? Okay, so then you have this part is the little handle. You're gonna want to fold it in half like that, and you're going to want to bend these pieces back so it kind of looks like that. And you're going to do the same for the bottom. Just bend a little piece like that. And then what you're going to want to do is you just want to tape or glue that right to the side of the teacup. And then you're done for your teacup. And then you will get this guy. Now, cool part is you can actually use scrapbook paper works well. So you can use the template that I put and make it with scrapbook paper, which is super fun. I also have like little scraps of really cool decorative like cardboard stock. Those are really fun too. But these are super fun to have a cool tea party. And then you can use all the signs. Okay, on to this guy. Woohoo! Okay, you're gonna want to cut all the piece out. Now, all the pink lines, I don't know if you can see, the pink lines you're gonna want to bend. And you're gonna want to bend in. So you're gonna bend this in, bend this in, bend this in. So see how we're kind of forming this little pot here? So you want to bend, and then also these little flaps you're going to want to bend in as well. So you're going to bend in, and then also these little guys at the corner, you want to bend those into like that. See, bend it. So all these are going to be bending in, and then once you bend in, you're kind of going to get this little. It looks like it's almost put. See, I'll show you. See how everybody's been in. So then you just kind of put it together like that. See, look how fun that is. And it makes your little teapot. Woohoo! Okay. That's the teapot portion of it. Since my tape is really acting up, we're going to kind of skip that part. The handle is almost identical to the same handle of the teacup. So then you just bend this and you place it on the side of your teapot just like this. See how it's on there? So bending, ink. Okay. And then for this guy, it's a little bit more tricky. You're going to want to cut the black lines, but leave the pink lines. And you're going to bend on the pink lines like we did before. Okay. And bend. Okay, so when you keep bending on the pink lines, you're going to start to create a little teapot top. Now you're going to want to take, let's show you. See how this kind of starts bending? Kind of like you're wrapping a present almost. See how it kind of, now you're going to want to tape that and together like that, and you'll get the top, see? And that goes right on the top like that. Now that has the little spout is almost the same way as the spout of the, I don't know what it's called, but the spout of the, so what this one is, the spout, the handle. This little flap, you're actually going to fold in. It kind of adds additional support to the spout. That's why we have it here. And then you're going to want to tape it. And then you're going to want to fold these parts back. Again. So there you go. You've got your little spout here. And then you're going to want to push the spout onto the guy. See? So we go like this. Ink. I'm going to tape it on. And then you have your cute little tea party set. I'll be doing pictures with my little banana today. She's getting her princess dress on right now. So cheers, guys. I really enjoyed reading with you, and you can get this book off Amazon. There's also a link on my website, and you can get all the printables for free as a download on my website as well. I will put in the link of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lot of fun weekend tea partying and paper dolling, which will be super fun. Once again, this is a whole printout, a lot of paper. I just stocked up on paper and ink, so I am ready to go. So yeah, also too, this is part of a series. There is 3. Never Let a Unicorn Scribble and Never Let a Unicorn Get Spots. We will be reading that as well down the line. So thank you so much. I will see you Monday, 10 a.m. for more readings. Thank you. Have a great day. All right. Bye.